IPL 2024 is just about 24 hours away now. But more than the titles, more than the team prestige, there is the broader picture called the ICC T20 World Cup that will happen 1 week after the end of the IPL. Now, if you have to look at India, this IPL 2024 is very, very interesting because you know most of the squad members. When the squad is announced on May 1, you know who are all going to go in that. It will mostly be Rohit Sharma, Yashasvi Jaiswal, Virat Kohli, Surya Kumar Yadav, Hardik Pandya. Then if you have to look at the all-rounders, Ravindra Jadeja might be there. You will also have a Jasprit Bumrah. You will also have a Mohammad Siraj. You will also have a Kuldeep Yadav in the midst also. If you want other members in the squad, there is a Shubman Gill. There is also some of the other players who can make it. So there are 10 players who are basically going to get a shot at the T20 World Cup glory in the West Indies and the USA. There is one spot that I have deliberately left out, and that is your wicket-keeper bat. That is what this IPL 2024 is going to probably give India the answer for, because for one spot, there are 6 contenders. There are 6. Who are they? KL Rahul, Rishabh Pant, Sanju Samson, Dhruv Jurel, Jitesh Sharma, and Ishan Kishan. Yes, I have included Ishan Kishan also in the midst because what if he has a fantastic IPL? He's been with the Indian cricket team since December, but with no central contract. That complication I'll come to a bit later. But there are 2 things which has spiced up the wicketkeeper batsman slot in the Indian team, because Rishabh Pant's arrival and Jai Shah's statement that yes, we hope that Rishabh Pant is fit and he can do well in the IPL, because if that happens, he'll be a valuable asset for the Indian cricket team. If Rishabh Pant is selected in the ICC T20 World Cup, if he has a very good IPL, all the 5 players, all the 5 wicketkeeper batters, if I may say, stick my neck out, they cancel themselves. Because once Pant comes back, the others cannot even be considered. Maybe one of the persons might be considered for a backup to the wicketkeeper bat. Now, KL Rahul, we don't know what position he's going to bat in. Justin Langer also yesterday in the press conference for Lucknow Super Giants stated, we don't know what position KL Rahul is going to bat. They're tight-lipped about it. Now, this is the spice that is there in this mixture, because 6 guys for the wicketkeeper batter's position. Will KL bat in the middle order? That is one huge situation that's there. Pant back 14 months later. Now, this is why this IPL is going to be very, very interesting, especially if you're an Indian cricket fan, because Pant returning, plus he's the captain, wicketkeeper bat, he's been cleared. If he does well, there is nothing like it. ICC T20 World Cup is immediately after the World Cup. So, by March 1, you will have, by May 1, you will have to select your 16-member squad. You can make changes until May 27th or May 28th. After that, you will need the ICC technical committee to come in. Remember these 6 guys. Now, in this I will tell you what are the pros and cons for each of the player coming in. Because let me first begin with Rishabh Pant. What does Rishabh Pant offer on the table if he is in form? Aggressive, balance to the side, and a 6-hitter. Your batting enhances with the arrival of Rishabh Pant. But he may have done well in ODI cricket. He is a bona fide match winner in test match cricket. But when it comes to T20 ice, that's where he is lacking. That is the con that Rishabh Pant has if you take him in, because he averages only 22 in T20 ice with a strike rate of 126. He's tried a lot of times to ensure that he gets that same template, but he's not had it. You look at what has happened in 3 years of IPL that he's played in. IPL 2020 and 2021, he had a very low strike rate in the middling 120s. His strike rate improved to 150 in 2022, but he lost out on a chance to make some big knocks. This is the catch-22 that Rishabh Pant faced. But 14 months later, can Rishabh Pant have that same hunger? If that happens, if he can translate his T20I form into the test match form that he's been having, then India will have a big boost. And let us not forget one more thing. If Rishabh Pant has a very good IPL, like how he had from 2016 to 2019, then India's selection headache lessens to a certain extent. But what if Pant doesn't fire? Will you risk him going into the T20 World Cup? That's 50-50, because there is one individual who has decided that, okay, I am going to bat in the middle order so that I have a chance to play for India in the T20 World Cup. Realistically, KL Rahul cannot come back into the Indian cricket team as a batter alone. We discussed that yesterday in the dugout involving Lucknow Super Giants. As a wicket-keeper bat is the only place that is why he's decided to come in the middle order. That's what we will come to know when Lucknow Super Giants play their first game. He's consistent, flexible, and ignore the past instances that, okay, his keeping might be suffering, but he's actually a safe keeper. 8 out of 10 times he is a safe keeper. He's consistent. You look at the number of runs in the IPL, barring last year, he's been really consistent. Sudden move to number 4 is where either the team's composition might be suffering or India's composition might be suffering. Because if you look at it, he can't bat at 3 because Virat Kohli is there or Shubman Gill is there. Opening out of the equation with Yashasvi Jaiswal, and you've also got Rohit Sharma. You can't bat even at number 5 because there is Rinku Singh potentially. 4 is, you may say, Surya Kumar Yadav. 7 is Hardik Pandya. What do you do? 6 is the only spot for him. But if you look at the middle order where he started his T20 career from, at number 4, he actually averages 49 and strike rate is 139 at number 4. His 2 centuries have come in at number 3 and number 4 when he's batted, not as an opener. Low strike rate in the IPL T20Is and pressure. When you look at pressure situations, that's where KL Rahul unfortunately has not performed. Low strike rate, he's had consistent runs, but what about the strike rate? That's a major issue for KL Rahul. So that is why his desperation, he's the last among the 3, Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, all made it in January, but that was because there was a vacancy there. Wicket-keeper bat, he may probably not be able to make it. He might, at best, make it as a backup. But at number 4 or number 5, if he bats, can he come out of his comfort zone? That is the one big thing. Sanju Samson. As I have always mentioned, in an ODI World Cup year, he will play T20Is. In a T20 World Cup year, he will play only ODIs. That's the horrendous luck that Sanju Samson is saddled with. But even Sanju Samson is there, and unfortunately for him, Sanju Samson did not capitalize on the chance that he got against Afghanistan. That's one. He plays spin well. Let us make no mistake about it. He plays spin well. In fact, from 2020 till 2023, if you look at it, average of 46, 155 strike rate against spin. But there is a major kryptonite against Sanju Samson, that is leg spin. Just ask Wanindu Hasranga. How much he troubled Sanju Samson. And the same infuriating pattern with Sanju Samson in IPL is good start. He will have a great start. Middle of the tournament or towards the fag end, his form dips. It's happened in 2021, it's happened in 2022, 2023 was middling, but at the same time, Sanju Samson, this trend might hurt him. Constant shuffling, that is the problem in the Indian team. 4, 5, 6, whenever he's gotten the chance, there's been shuffling. There's no clear role for Sanju Samson. At this point in time, Sanju will need a season wherein he scores about 600, 700 runs, gets RR to the playoffs, and ensures his keeping is safe. Then and only then I think Sanju Samson stands a chance. Otherwise, he's already behind the pecking order with Rishabh Pant now coming in, and if he has a good IPL. But this is in case Pant doesn't have a good IPL. Now, if you have to look at it, Dhruv Jurel, Sanju's own teammate in Rajasthan Royals. He started well in the test match arena. He won India a test match in Ranchi. Great start in the tests. If you look at his IPL numbers, it's insane. 172. But lack of experience, and he needs a great season. Same like Jitesh. He's got a great strike rate, but he doesn't have that many big scores. Now, people will be saying, for that number 5 and number 6 position, do you really need big scores? Maybe, maybe not. But somewhere down the line, you will need your number 6 to fire in a T20I. What if you are 40 for 6, 40 for 5? you will need somebody to chip in and get into 130 or 140 from that number 6 position. The same issue actually plagues even Jitesh. But because Rishabh Pant was not there, and also the backups didn't do well, Jitesh became your startup. He became your number 1 player. He is your number 1 starter. Strike rate of 159 for the Punjab Kings, average of 25. He impressed at number 6 for the Punjab Kings. Ideal for the team balance. If Jitesh is there, he can give you quick runs. He did that against Australia. He even did that on certain occasions. But not many big scores. That is the one major con that is happening against Jitesh Sharma. Not many big scores. That is why I gave the disclaimer. Do you need somebody who scores 50s at number 6, or do you need somebody who scores quick fire 30s and 40s? That is the thing. You can be tempted. Supposing you let go of all the ego, let go of the past. Can you get in an Ishan Kishan? Because Ishan Kishan might solve a lot of problems in that sense. He is a flexible and consistent player, can bat anywhere in the batting order. Number 5 he batted, he opened, but there are 2 things that go against Ishan Kishan. No central contract, and he was one of the players who blatantly ignored the BCCI diktat. He was not ready for domestic cricket, but he is now ready for the IPL. He needs massive IPL scores. But because these 2 things are there, Ishan Kishan's chances unfortunately take a big hit. But you never say never in Indian cricket. What happens? Suppose Ishan Kishan has a good 600, 700 run IPL. What do you do then? Can you ignore them? If you ignore them, then you have the legitimacy that yes, Ishan Kishan has been done wrong. But there is another section who will say Ishan Kishan brought it upon himself. But he might be there. The very faint chance. Again, let me tell you at the very start. His chances of inclusion are very slim, but he can make it if he has a very good IPL season. So, 6 guys for the wicketkeeper spot in the ICC T20 World Cup. Who do you think has the best chance of making it? Is it KL Rahul? Is it Rishabh Pant? Is it Sanju Samson? You can all just say that. And thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on Sports Day. Tap that bell icon so that when we go live, don't forget we're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. Bye-bye.